Remember this funny joke by Stephen Colbert? He got the first part right, and then the second part he delivered straight. Watch this.
Russia has been hit with a series of crippling sanctions, and it looks like there's more to come because the U.S. and its European allies are now discussing banning imports of Russian oil. Take that, Putin. We're not going to buy our gas from a war criminal. We're going to buy it from the good guys, Saudi Arabia.
Now, that's funny because we all know Saudi Arabia are butchers, right? And they funded ISIS, and they're exporters of terrorism and murder, and they don't respect anyone's rights, women's, gays, anything. They're a horrible regime. And so that's why that's funny. Now, Stephen Colbert forgets he's telling a joke and does this.
But it's going to cost. Since the invasion, oil prices have skyrocketed. Today, the average gas price in America hit an all-time record high of over $4 per gallon. Okay, that stings, but a clean conscience is worth $1 or $2.
So now that's supposed to be a joke. The writers wrote that as a joke because he knows he doesn't have a clean conscience because he just admitted we're going to be buying it from the butchers of Saudi Arabia. So you can't have a clean conscience if you're buying it from Saudi Arabia. And by the way, you can't have a clean conscience if you get your oil from the United States because we've been slaughtering people all over the globe for the last 30 years to get it. So this idea that Putin is, again, uniquely bad and that buying oil from him is bad, but buying oil from butchers in Saudi Arabia or war crimers in the United States is good is, again, propaganda, and that's why he's willing to do it. So he's a propagandist, right? And so why do I bring this up? Why do I tell you this? Because Zelensky, why do I tell you million beautiful babies?
You got the jokes for this one?
Oh, you got me. Oh, yes, I did.
Okay.
Thank you. Zelensky calls paying for Russian oil blood money. The same is true for all oil purchases. This is from Juan Cole over at Common Dreams. Purchasing gasoline or diesel is always blood money, no matter whom we get it from. Although, to be fair, the same is true for chocolate, sneakers, laptops, cell phones, bananas, avocados, bottled water, and anything you order from Amazon. Just to be fair, it's not just oil. In fact, I'm pretty sure the only products you can buy legally in America that don't come pre-drenched in blood are guns. Isn't that ironically? Isn't that ironic? Used guns are drenched in blood. Used guns are drenched in blood, but not brand new ones out of the box. You got a clean conscience. Just like Stephen Colbert.
I only buy guns.
Yeah.
To have a clean conscience.
The BBC reports that Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky, during an interview, accused Germany and Hungary of paying blood money for Russian petroleum. Russia could earn $320 billion from energy exports in 2022, fueling Moscow's war machine. Well, look at it this way, Zelensky. You know how you gotta work with a few Nazis in your fight against Putin? Hungary and Germany, they gotta drive places. Zelensky is perhaps making an analogy to blood diamonds, an issue Arne Biker explained at Time. Some diamonds come out of conflict zones in Africa where gangs used forced labor to mine them and sell them to finance mass murder. Ethical people are now trying to avoid buying blood diamonds. They will find that avoiding blood oil, though, is impossible. So you might be able to find a diamond that isn't a blood diamond, but you can't find oil that isn't blood oil. It's like if gasoline had a few Nazis in it, put it that way, right? Sure, it's not desirable, but if it's only like 10 or 20% of the gas, you work with the gas you have. Okay. President Zelensky is right about buying gasoline in other places and other petroleum products is paying blood money. Russian oil is likewise blood oil. That's true. But I would add that purchasing gasoline or diesel is always blood money, no matter whom you get it from. The petroleum industry is wrecking the planet with carbon dioxide emissions, which have the potential of killing millions of people and making hundreds of millions homeless. That is not even to mention all the people who sicken or even die from air pollution, all the people harmed by dangerous oil and chemical leaks, all the people displaced and harmed by drilling operations. That is blood money on a vast scale. So wait, gas has something in it that kills even more people than Nazis? That's something. So Nazis in gas would be even more ethical than what's in gas now. Just keep that in mind. And by the way, when they say people die from air pollution, like 1 million people a year, if not more. Even regarding Russia, you are paying Moscow blood money even when you don't buy directly from Lukoil, since oil is a single global market. Any purchase anywhere from anyone of this commodity supports the price of oil and helps all the oil producers. So you can't, this idea that we can punish, it doesn't matter. This isn't real. Okay. Why is Zelensky especially angry at Berlin and Budapest? Inside the European Union, Germany and Hungary have so far blocked a ban on Russian oil purchases by countries in the Union. That's why. Germany has backed some boycotts of Russia. It has joined in a boycott of Russian coal, for instance, and has paused the Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline from Russia through the Baltic Sea. The latter may be a dead letter, meaning that Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline looks like it's dead. Hey, Germany, it's doing the best it can. Cut them some slack, Zelensky. They boycotted coal. They invented the ideology of 10 to 20% of your army, meaning the Nazi ideology. Come on, man. They need fuel. You're killing them over here. But Germany imports 25% of its petroleum and 40% of its methane gas from Russia. But the chancellor maintains that boycotting those commodities is a more complex proposition. His stance has infuriated his coalition partners in the Green Party. He's right, it is complicated. Wars are supposed to be for more oil, not less oil. So this is really tricky. Hey, why is Germany can't just pull the plug on Russian energy? You want to know why? Of course, if Germany boycotted Russian oil, it would have to buy from other producers. Since keeping Russian oil in the ground via a boycott would reduce global supply, it would cause higher prices. So Germany would have to pay a premium to new exporters, which might not be popular with their frickin' voters. Hence, the Prime Minister's reluctance in Germany. A massive government program to accelerate the move to wind and solar energy, batteries, and electric cars is the obvious way forward, but the Greens see this more clearly than does Schultz. Zelensky told the BBC, some of our friends and partners understand that it is a different time now, that it is no longer an issue of business and money, that is an issue of survival. So there you go. That's why Germany you can't get away from buying Russia. It's just there's one oil market. It's just all garbage because the United States wants to sell more liquefied natural gas in Europe. And that's what this is about. Okay. Anything you want to add to that, Kurt?
It's just, I don't think, like, to focus on one product, your entire Western superior lifestyle that's better than the other people's only exists because we're exploiting all the other people. Like, it's all blood stuff, every single thing.
Chocolate, sneakers, laptops, cell phones, bananas, avocados, bottled water, or anything you order from Amazon.
I missed a bunch,
Yeah, there's a bunch more. That's just a small list. Okay, you can't get away from it. We're doing live stand-up shows in Cleveland, Columbus, Pittsburgh, Des Moines, Omaha, Kansas City, Las Vegas, all over the country. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for tickets. And single tickets now available at all venues. So if you tried to buy one before and you couldn't, single tickets are now available. Plus, while you're at jimmydorecomedy.com, why don't you become a premium member? Sign up to our mailing list so when they cancel us, we can still stay in touch.